Hello, my friend, and welcome back. Today I want to do a little bit different of a video. I'd actually like to do a little prayer, and I want to do a prayer with something specific in mind. So this video, a prayer for your enemies, is something that I think is maybe different or new for a lot of us, because I think that when you look at someone who is, that you can perceive as the enemy or as the bad guys or bad people, when we are placing that judgment onto them, we are creating separation. At that point, we are no longer feeling connected to them. We are no longer acknowledging that we are cut from the same cloth. We are no longer recognizing that we are all God on a deep level. Now, we are playing out in different roles and different things are happening, but remember that in this 3D reality, it is natural for us to judge and to place judgment. And part of our awakening is to recognize where we are placing that judgment and to remove it and to bring it into neutrality. So when you have an enemy or a force that you want to be defeated or you want to change, the old ways of doing that are no longer working. The old ways would maybe be, and let me just put this into context of where this inspiration is coming from. It is coming from everything that is going on with Afghanistan and Afghanistan falling to Taliban rule. And that is kind of where I'm thinking of where these examples are coming from. So let's say usually, a country sees that something else happening in another country that they don't like or they don't agree with, or, they feel like they are hurting the innocent people and the innocent civilians of that country. So another country wants to step in, and it is stepped in with physical force. We have guns, we have bombs. You're gonna retreat because we have more weapons than you. And with this new age of enlightenment being ushered into the earth, that needs to change. Why wouldn't that change? We are in a spiritual warfare, and not one gun is being picked up to fight this war, because it is not a war that can be won with force. And I think that sometimes, in the past you might be like, well, we have won before and yada, 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 but things are changing and we are evolving. So I've really been reflecting on, what to do, and we don't need revolution on this planet. We have had thousands of years of revolution on this planet. What we need is evolution. We are here to evolve, and we are here to evolve in a different way. It's the only way I can explain it. We are here to evolve in every single way, not just in some ways, not just in specific ways, not just evolve in the way we create our reality, or, law of attraction, evolve in our thinking, evolve in the way we take care of ourselves. We also need to evolve in the way that we conquer our enemies. And I say that in quotations because we are not here to conquer anyone else. We can brighten our light and we can do things to affect others, but we are actually not here to inflict on something, because I want to say this, and I want this I want this to be clear. There's a saying, I think it's like a military-ish saying, I don't know, that, or not a military saying, but something I think that maybe the people in the military have a unique understanding of. And it is that one country's freedom fighter or one organization's freedom fighter is another country's terrorist, or is a terrorist to another group of people. Let's take the Taliban as an example. They are acting from a deep-rooted belief system that they have that runs really deep, thousands of years. And yes, you might be like, yes, but this generation of them should know better. Well, when we live lives, we carry, through our DNA, we are able to pass on things that are not just physical DNA to our kin, and through our bloodlines, a lot of things live on. You know, I think we're coming to, I'm sure you've heard of ancestral trauma. And so if trauma can be passed on through generations, which you can see it acting out in, I was just talking to someone who came from 3 generations of being a teen mom. She was a teen mother, her mother was a teen mother, and her grandmother was a teen mother. That is not a coincidence. Yes, it might be a little bit environment of what you see, but a lot of that can be passed on through bloodlines. So if you think about ways of life, or something like being a young mother, if trauma can be passed on through ancestral bloodlines, why can't belief systems? And this is not a new concept, because if you go to do inner work, say around your beliefs around money, a lot of that is past life karma and past ancestral karma, that you have to work hard for your money. Money is hard to come by. You are poor. You are a lower level poor person. And you have to kind of break free of those beliefs to then create the new money system, and to have those new beliefs of money is easy. Money comes frequently. I deserve to have all the money in the world. I am naturally an abundant being, and I choose to have the abundance of wealth. I choose to live a life of opulence because I am the creator. And I can do whatever I want. But it takes your awareness to that you have those beliefs, that those beliefs can change, but most of all, that those beliefs do not serve you. So until those things happen, you cannot change those deep-rooted beliefs. How can you change something that you didn't know could change? That you didn't even know you should change? That you didn't know, if your awareness is not there, then how can you change? You really can't. So that is something I want you to keep in mind when you are demonizing people. It doesn't mean that you condone their actions. It doesn't mean that you agree with them, but we need to, as awakened people, as spiritual people, we need to start to look at certain situations differently. And what is the evolution here? Not the revolution. What is the evolution? What is the new way that we are going? This is the new earth. So what is the new way that we are going to handle these situations? What would God do? What does God want us to do? What does the divine want us to do? What, it's become a cheesy saying, but it's not a cheesy saying. Like, what would Jesus do? How would Jesus handle this situation? What can we do as individuals that are all the way across the world? And believe me, God does not want us to run there and to run and physically be there and to save them, because that might not be something that we are capable to do. It's not realistic. We are not capable. And if you go into that environment, it is more likely that you are going to be sucked into the old ways of thinking and that physical fight and that conflict, and I need to show them, or I need to tell them that they're wrong. I gotta let them know. Well, a lot of evolution doesn't come that way. But what we can do, what we can control, what is fully in all of our grasps every single day, what is in your grasp right now, is to, one, have that compassion for your fellow human being. Have that awareness to know that they are also playing a part in this huge, zoomed out perspective of the 8 billion people on the planet, of the universe, of the galaxies. Who knows how far it goes, and who knows what's really out there. There is stuff out there, but our enemies are also part of that. They are a link in that fence, and they are playing a part. What if their part was to help us to realize that old ways of doing things are not working, including old ways of trying to change people that we think are wrong? And now, I don't say that in a way that, like, again, I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying it's right. They're like, how can you say that, how can you bring that into neutrality? It's wrong. You bring it into neutrality because you realize all judgments are human, are egoic, are of the thinking mind. And now our goal, what we're working towards, is to be living from our heart. So how, is your heart going to say, go over there and shoot them, take back that country, push them back? Is that what your heart's saying? Is that what your heart is saying? Possibly sacrifice innocent people, innocent civilians, possibly sacrifice more, of your people, to tell other people that the way they're living is wrong. No. First of all, start with the person in the mirror. Start to embody. Start to truly live the way that you think other people should be living. Be that example. Put those ripples out. Shed that light. Brighten your light. Okay, these are all things that we're talking about all the time. They apply to everything because everything is connected. Everything is connected. Connection is what we are here to wake up to. And it's connection to everything. It's not selective connection. No. And I'm going to say it. We are connected to them. We are one. They are us. We are them. Just because they are playing out a different human experience doesn't mean anything. It just means it's a different human experience. But what we can do is we can pray. That's the other thing we can do. We can pray. So I want to end this video with a little prayer, and I invite you to close your eyes, to get quiet, take a few deep breaths, really drop into your heart. You can place your hand, you can't see my hand, you can place your hand over your heart as we say this and as we close our eyes. So I just want to start with a couple deep breaths. We come to you, Divine Creator, the most divine and highest light, and we ask that you shed your light on every single person on this planet, but especially those who are not walking in your truth. We ask you to ignite your light within their hearts. Let that light expand into their entire bodies. Let it flow through them. Let it flow into their existence. Let it flow through their actions, through their words. Let your light bring their awareness to where they are not living their truth, to where they are seeking power from within. Let their awareness come to the fact that their power comes from you, and you live within each and every single one of them. We ask that others look upon them with compassion. We ask that you ignite the compassion that lives inside of every single one of them, and let them one by one fall so deeply into your compassion and the love you have for them. And let that love shower and pour out of them, that they cannot help but to spread that love to every single person that they come across. We ask that their eyes be opened to the truth, that their eyes be opened to the truth of the connection, that we are all one, and we are all on the same road to you, God, to the divine. We are all on different paths to the same destination. Let their eyes be opened to their old ways, to the deep-rooted beliefs that they have. Let their eyes be open to the fact that they can change those beliefs, to the fact that their beliefs do not serve them anymore. Let them release those beliefs with ease and grace, and let them move forward in your most high and divine light. We ask this for the highest good of our enemies, the highest good of ourselves, and for the highest good of all humanity, in your name. In the highest name of the God Almighty, we ask this. Amen. I want to thank you so much for joining me. My name is Anne, and I hope to see you next time.